should finish first what you were saying.
Go ahead. No, I'm done.
Oh, even though like there was this thing at the end that she said, well, towards the end, when she was saying emotional truth is the most important thing. And that kind of stood out to me because she started talking about slang, and she said that it was a fad. And feelings and concepts, they last longer than the slang. And I always thought, like, even though that's something more for like fictional writing, when you're thinking of when you're trying to write based on what time you're living in, um that kind of stood out to me, because I always felt like in order to write a certain piece, um you know based on whatever setting, I always felt like you had to use the terminology. But she said that the truth is the most important thing. And then she also said something specific about what she would do for the Zinsser essay.
Mm-hmm.
That she told us to write a list of people that we trust, and write down what words resonate with us from the essay. So I found that like helpful.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I didn't have I turned on the recording for Layla and I realized Karen, would you mind like sort of saying again what you said? 'Cause I want to
God,
read. I know. Sorry.
that's all right. Um, I thought that she was extremely authentic in her, in what she said, and that she had a depth about her and a passion that came from her own struggles within her own life. And it seems like she constantly faces whatever struggles it is on a daily basis, or passions that she has on a daily basis. Um, I felt that the sanctuary was amazing and powerful, and she said that it was artistic and also an activism that sort of came together. And when I was reading it, I actually became very emotional. I don't know if anybody realized that, but it seemed like I felt like I was actually in that girl's shoes that was taking one step at a time. It just placed me right there, step by step. And it's a gift to be able to do that. And I think that she is able to do that. She draws you right in because she has that magnetism. So I said a little bit more, but
I agree. Well, do you also, I mean, but again, back to this class being about your writing, about you being a stronger writer, do you think that you've got that same ability? You better say yes.
yeah, um, I, it's a gift. I mean, I wish I try to have that same ability, but I think what happens is you have to really feel it at that time, and sometimes things come to me, and sometimes the things don't come to me.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, do I have that ability? I have that ability, and I believe that it needs to be continually worked on, as you're
Right.
suggesting. It's not something that you sit down and write the essay and hand it into class. It's something that, like she said, she can wallpaper the entire universe with everything that she's written, and it's a persistence to purpose, and it's driven by a passion, and it's driven by the fact that you've got so much to say. And I think what she also said was that you need to just say it, just have it come out and say it. And maybe that's something that stops me sometimes.
Hmm.
And it's also getting the words and putting it together. So it's a constant revision. It really is, and it's a
Hmm.
constant. And I think the Pomodoro does work. You write it, you put it down, you come back to it. And I also know that it's with conversations. If you have a conversation one day and you're pretty upset about it, you don't say anything until you think about it and you come back, and then all of a sudden, you get a different perspective. So
Hmm.
I think so. Yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, but it's something that I need to work on dramatically, and in depth. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah, and again, what I hope you guys get from this is, again, you're all writers, and it's just a matter of how much time you spend doing it. I mean, somebody who gets paid for it, like Abby does, for hours and hours a day, that's maybe not what you want to do for a living. It's certainly not what I want to do. I mean, I've written and I still write, but give me the choice of sitting down at the drums for 4 hours or writing. It's not even a choice. I'm at the drums, but it's also, part of who I am. But I want you to realize that when you say it's a gift, I believe, yes, there are people that are more gifted or whatever, but you all have that talent to write. You all have that incredible natural ability with language, and the more you read, etc., it just really nurtures that. So, all right, now let me stop this because I do want to get to one more thing, and